Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Techie Family channel. I'm Lou. Today, it's here. It arrived. It's in the studio. I picked it up. The Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. There was a Galaxy Watch Active that was announced a few months back that came out. There was a few things that kind of held me off. There was a few reasons why I didn't purchase it. One of them was that it didn't have the LTE versions of the watch, so I wouldn't have been able to use it without my phone, which is something that I'd like to have. That's an option that I like. And then the second thing is that they didn't have the bezel. So for those of you familiar with the Galaxy watches, most of them have, it's a physical bezel to be able to scroll through as opposed to using the touchscreen. They took that away from the Galaxy Watch Active. I guess Samsung was listening, which I appreciate, and I've said this a few times before. They released the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Hasn't even been a year, I don't think, from the Galaxy Watch Active, but they brought back those features in a slightly different way. So the bezel, even though it's not physically there, it's a touch bezel with haptic feedback, which is awesome. They also brought back the LTE versions of the watches, which I'm a huge fan of. But they also brought two different sizes in the Active series, which they only had the one in the previous model. So it's available in the 40 and the 44 millimeter variant. They're available in Bluetooth or LTE variants. They've got AMOLED Gorilla Glass. This particular device also has the ECG, which is a popular piece of hardware built in. It's the electrocardiogram to be able to detect heart rates. At the moment, the software isn't available, so it's not turned on, which is similar to when the Apple Watch first initially introduced that feature. Same thing, they had the hardware built in, didn't turn it on per se until further down the road. Same thing's going to be going on with the Galaxy Watch Active 2. It has the hardware, so it's definitely coming. It's just a matter of when. This watch also has the always on display. I got to use it first, I guess, to be able to say how I feel about having that always on display. I can see where it's beneficial, so where you don't have to raise your wrist to see the time. You can literally just take a glance down and look at the time, which is cool. But I've got the LTE version, which I know takes a little bit more battery than the regular Bluetooth version. I've got the bigger size, it's a little bit larger battery. So it's going to be interesting to see the type of battery life that I'm going to get using the LTE, using the always on display. That's what I'm here for. That's why I got it. I got it because I wanted it, guys. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey. One of the other things that the Galaxy Watch Active has, right, because Active's in the name, is the health features. So for those of you who don't know, the Galaxy Watch Active has automatic tracking for certain things. So it knows if you go for a run, start running, it knows that you're running and automatically starts tracking your run. If you're stressed, or it senses that you're stressed, is going to automatically start tracking your stress levels. If you go for a swim, you start swimming. That's also one of the things. It has 7 automatic tracking features for the health, which is pretty awesome for you guys. For those of you guys who have fitness ambitions and goals, this not only works as a watch, a communicator to call Zordon, when the Power Rangers are in trouble, but it also has the ability to track a lot of your fitness exercises. Built-in GPS, of course. It's also IP68 water resistant. So like I mentioned, once you start swimming, it automatically detects. It wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't water resistant. IP68 on this bad boy. Comes as a few different colors. I've got the silver one here, which is one of my favorite watch colors to get, because I feel like you can change the color bands on it, so we're just going to look very nice with most of the color bands. This is also, when you're comparing it to the competition, usually about $100 less in both the Bluetooth and the LTE versions. When I say competition, I'm talking about the Apple Watches, guys. One of the upsides, though, to the Galaxy Watches is you can use them with other Android devices, and they're also compatible with your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, you're not really a fan of the squarish look on the Apple Watch, you can still get the Galaxy Watch and it'll work with your Apple devices. Because, you know, Samsung plays nice sometimes. Except when they put out the first version of this guy and had no bezel or LTE or 2 different sizes. But we're here 6 months later with the new and improved. So we're going to go upstairs. We're going to unbox this. We'll go through what's inside the box. We'll also pair it up to the phone just so you guys can see how easy or difficult it may be. I don't know yet. We got to give it a whirl. Then we're going to be taking this for a test drive on my day-to-day, you know, seeing how it holds up, what the battery looks like at the end of my hectic and very long days. We're going to go through the journey together. I'm glad that you guys are with me on this journey. We'll see how many times I get stressed out throughout the day, because it happens, you know. But I'm excited, man. I was really looking forward to this guy. I bit the bullet, placed the order. It's here. So let's go get this guy unboxed. All right, guys. So here we are. Galaxy Watch Active 2. We'll go ahead and get this bad boy set up. Nice little presentation here. It's a small box. Very light, very thin. Nice package. Obviously, I'm assuming this is where the watch is. So let's go ahead and lift up the tab. Comes out pretty easily. This is the watch itself. Go ahead and take that off. I like it. Set that aside for now. See what else is in the box here. I can figure out how to open it. Very nicely packaged. Oh. This, I'm assuming, are the bands. Look at that, looks nice. We've got paperwork, quick start guide, all the stuff nobody really cares about or goes through and reads. Set that off to the side, and I am assuming this is the charging apparatus that it is. A little different from previous models where it had sort of the stand. This is more Apple-ish with the flat type of magnetic charger. We'll go ahead, we'll set that aside, put the box back in just in case. Let's get these bands on. So if you guys have any old watches laying around, you probably take the watch bands off of that particular watch and use it on this bad boy. Let's turn it on. Maybe I'm pressing the wrong button. There it is. Nice AMOLED display. It's a nice looking, nice feeling watch. Go ahead and take that sticker off just in case. Don't want it messing with it. Sensing my stress levels and whatnot. Let's go ahead and lay it down. Let it do its thing. Alright, so once you see the "let's go" on the screen, I think it's time for us to let's go. So go ahead. So if you have a Samsung device, it'll pop up similar to what the Apple devices do, where it detects that it's close, asks you if you want to add that particular device. Let me bring it a little closer so you guys can see. Basically saying Galaxy Watch Active 2, new device has been detected. Add now, never later. Obviously we want to add now, get that process started. Brings up the Galaxy wearable application. Right? Connect. This is already vibrating, so we're going to go ahead and tap to connect. Setting up your phone. It's got a plug-in, so it's not as seamless as, say, some of the other setups. It's got to get some stuff in there, but it's working. It's working. We'll give this a minute to finish pairing. I'll bring them up closer so you can see what it is that I'm seeing. This looks really nice. This looks really nice. Love the look, the sleekness, has the leather bands. My phones are going off, and here we go. Congrats on your new Galaxy Watch Active 2. It's going to have you allow, give these all permissions, restore your watch from backups. We're going to skip this for now. So mobile service. Your watch is now connected to the network. You're all set. We're going to take a look around, swipe left to your widgets, swipe right, go back to the watch. For notifications, you swipe right. I love the feel of the screen. Back button on top right hand, home button on bottom right. Swipe left to view more apps. Open the quick panel, slide in from top to bottom. Touch the screen with your palm. You can always shut it off. Didn't work for me. Yep, that worked. That's it, you're good to go. That is a nice looking watch. So still the same, you press and hold to select different watch faces. You can customize them, and obviously through the phone you can go through and download more watch faces through the Galaxy Store. Looks like you can do it. Alright. Touch bezel, from what I read, was not on by default. So you definitely got to go in to the settings under advanced and turn the touch bezel on. Swipe around the edge of the watch screen to scroll quickly, because by default it's off. So I just turned it on. Also, the always on display is off by default as well. So if that's something that you want to turn on, you got to go through the settings as well and turn that on. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. Now I've got the always on display. I've got the bezel. You can see I'm swiping. You see the little dot moving while I'm doing the, definitely takes a little getting used to, so you don't press the, but yeah, with the haptic feedback, it definitely feels like I'm spinning a bezel. Like once it switches to the app, you can feel it vibrate, so you'll know when to stop. That's pretty cool. All right, so that was it. That was the unboxing experience. It was pretty straightforward connecting it to the phone. Now we're going to put it on. We're going to give it a whirl, take it for a test drive, see how it holds up throughout the day. That's weird. So it needs to be on the watch face for the always on display to display. If you're in the menu, it automatically times out as well, which is pretty cool. Some things I got to get used to, but we'll go through, test it out, see what we've got. All right, let's get to it.